Hey there, A's Day fans. Welcome to our next edition of A's Player Preview and Prediction, as we are going to be talking about one A's player per day all the way up until A's opening day on March 27th, as they are ramping up to open up their regular season slate up in Toronto against the American League defending champion Blue Jays. So a fun way to kick off the year, and until then, we're trying to remain patient by sharing all this wonderful content for us to get to know the players on this ascending roster that hope to come into this year and work their way back into the postseason dance for the first time since 2020. Good vibes coming out of this group without a doubt, and we've been excited to share our thoughts and the outlook for each of the A's players that we've talked about thus far. Today, we are going to head to the starting rotation and share our thoughts on left-handed pitcher Jacob Lopez. Lopez is a native of Los Angeles, California, and actually just turned 28 March 11th if you're listening today at the time of recording. Happy birthday, Jacob Lopez. Hope you're having a wonderful day as you prepare for another season and to continue to show why you deserve to be getting the ball every fifth day on your turn in the rotation. To get to know a little bit about Lopez, he was originally selected by the San Francisco Giants in the 26th round, which was the 766th overall selection of the 2018 Major League Baseball draft. He made his professional debut with the rookie-level Arizona League Giants, recording a 1.42 ERA in 9 games. Lopez began the 29th season with the low-A Salem Kaiser Volcanoes, starting 9 games and posting a 3.02 ERA with 39 strikeouts across 41 and two-thirds innings pitched. On July 31st, 2019, that year's trade deadline, the Giants traded Lopez to the Tampa Bay Rays in exchange for Joe McCarthy. He made 3 starts for the low-A Hudson Valley Renegades down the stretch, recording a 2-0 record and a 2.40 ERA with 18 strikeouts. Lopez began the 2021 season with the high-A Bowling Green Hot Rods, making 14 appearances, 10 of those starts, and registering a 3-1 record with a 2.30 ERA, with 88 strikeouts across 54 and two-thirds innings of work. Lopez suffered an elbow injury in late August that necessitated Tommy John surgery and caused him to miss the entire 2022 season. Lopez began the 2023 season with the AA Montgomery Biscuits and was promoted to AAA Durham after 8 games. In 18 starts for Durham, he pitched to a 4-5 record and a 2.72 ERA with 87 strikeouts and 79 and a third innings pitched. On August 14, 2023, Lopez was promoted for the major leagues for the first time. He made his debut that day in relief against the Giants, in which he recorded a save. In 4 games for Tampa Bay, Lopez logged a 4.38 ERA with 8 strikeouts across 12 and a third innings of work. Lopez was optioned to AAA Durham to begin the 2024 season. He made 4 appearances for the Rays, posting a 5.23 ERA with 8 strikeouts across 10 and a third innings pitched. On December 14, 2024, Lopez and pitcher Jeffrey Springs were traded to the Athletics in exchange for Joe Boyle, Will Simpson, Jacob Waters, and a competitive balance round A draft pick in the 2025 MLB draft. Lopez was optioned to AAA Las Vegas to begin this past season. After 3 minor league appearances, he debuted with the Athletics on April 18th. From there, he made 3 nondescript relief appearances and 1 short start before being sent down to AAA Las Vegas for nearly another month. But once he was called back up to the bigs, he began consistently starting games. After his second call-up in May, Lopez started all but 1 appearance, logging a 7-7 record with a 4.08 ERA. He punched out 113 batters in 92 and two-thirds innings. His longest outing of the year was August 7th against the Washington Nationals in Washington and tossed 7 2 innings of 3-hit shutout ball, striking out a career-high 10 batters. He won that game and, in fact, won every start in August, except for his final outing when he left early with an injury. His season ended in late August, and he went on the injured list with a left elbow flexor strain. He is expected coming into this year to be a significant contributor to the rotation as long as his health remains intact. So coming off the 2025 campaign, we mentioned a lot of his measurables, but of those games he appeared in 21 games total. 17 of those were starts. Along with that 4.08 ERA and 92 and two-thirds innings pitched and the 113 strikeouts, he pitched to a 1.27 WHIP, 28.3 K percentage, which was in the 85th percentile of all qualified pitchers, according to Baseball Savant, and issued walks at a 9.3 walk percentage rate. Lopez works with a 5-pitch mix, a fastball, slider, cutter, changeup, sinker, and that was the order of his pitch usage in 2025. He averages 90.7 miles an hour on his fastball velocity, which ranks in the lowly 8th percentile in baseball in terms of amongst qualified pitchers. However, his elite extension ranks in the 94th percentile or 95th percentile, which makes his lower velocity pitches appear firmer when the further you reach out in terms of the peak of your extension, the closer the ball is released, and the firmer it does seem like those higher spin rates will get up on those hitters, making Lopez deceptive with his repertoire. He is someone that is good at inducing soft contact, as his 33.2 hard hit percentage in 2025 ranked in the 94th percentile of all qualified pitchers. Lopez is very intriguing. The only thing I'm concerned about is his health. He is someone that has had some injury history related to that elbow, including having previous Tommy John surgery back in 2022, and then this past year coming off the left elbow flexor strain, which can be alarming. And I remember when those initial reports came out, there was some fear that Lopez was going to need a second Tommy John surgery, but that was not the case, thankfully. The grade and the severity of the injury did not get to that extent. But nevertheless, it's something as a pitcher with all pitchers, it seems like arms are a ticking time bomb. But with Lopez having a little bit of that injury track record, that's the only place where I hold my breath. But aside from that, when he is available, he has shown that he is a consistent pitcher and he has the ability to get hitters out via the strikeout or inducing soft contact consistently at all levels of professional baseball that he has competed in, including the major league level. I mean, there was a run where at one point he seemed as if he was the best pitcher taking the ball every fifth day in the A's rotation, going on a run of quality start after quality start. And if it wasn't for him succumbing to injury in August, I would love to see what his numbers would have looked like, because he was really rolling through those summer months and it didn't seem like he had any intent on slowing down. And his last start was getting pretty wrapped around against Seattle, but you wonder if that injury had already reared its ugly head early in that start, leading to negative results. I mean, I think he didn't even get out of the third inning and let up something like 8 or 9 earned runs. It was very uncharacteristic, especially with how well Lopez had been pitching up until that point for nearly 2 months. So you wonder if there was something that needed to be cleared up, and finally it reached a melting point at that juncture. But nevertheless, I think I'm very high on Jacob Lopez. He is currently projected, I believe, to be in the 4th spot in the rotation, and we'll see how it all goes. I think a lot of that is contingent on how well Savali throws the ball too. Could see Lopez moving up into that 3rd position if the veteran Savali isn't as effective as he is expected to be, being brought in on that 1-year, $6 million deal. But Lopez is someone that I feel like this is a prove-it year for him this year in terms of showing the franchise that he deserves the opportunity to be a starting pitcher piece in this rotation for many years to come, including when this team is ready to rock and roll in 2028 in Vegas. So, best of luck to Jacob Lopez. Happy birthday today. It is going to come out on his birthday today, so hopefully it is a day of immense celebration, and hope he has the opportunity to reflect and prepare and be ready to go to win game after game for the green and gold in 2026. We're excited to see what Lopez has in store for an encore act, because when he was taking the ball every 5th day, it was tons of fun to watch. Now, let's take a look at what Fangraphs projects Lopez to do in 2026. They expect him to make 23 starts, appearing in 23 games, all of them being starts, pitching to an 8-8 win-loss record with a 4.17 ERA. They expect him to pitch 122 innings, walking 49 batters, striking out 127, pitching to a 1.30 whip, and pitching to a rate of a 24.3 K percentage and a 9.4 walk percentage. So they expect his strikeout numbers to reduce a bit, but while his walk rate remained consistent, which that is still effective enough to be an effective pitcher in Major League Baseball. For Jacob Lopez's over-under that we are going to look at, we are going to take a look at his innings pitched, where they have him set at 122. I believe while the A's don't want to push it too far forward, I do think Lopez is going to get into a groove at this point, that he's going to force their hand, that they're going to be a lot less stressful innings that the A's are expected coming into this year. You can see when Lopez is really going on a roll, he's going 1-2-3, 1-2-3, working efficiently with his pitch count, not working behind hitters too frequently. And when Lopez is in a position like that, he's, like I said, an absolute joy to watch pitch. And I feel like is going to be an important part of the turnaround for this A's identity in terms of the pitching side of things. They know as a group, as a collective, they held this team back in 2025, with the A's having, I believe, it was the third worst ERA in all of baseball, while their offense was a top 10 type in terms of, at least the numbers telling the story. They were top 10 basically across the board as a collective in all major offensive categories. So if this A's pitching staff can regress to the median just a bit, this team is going to spring forward even more. And I feel like Jacob Lopez, while we are really counting on veterans Sevy and Springs to step up their game a bit more to set the tone for the identity of this pitching staff rotation, I do feel like Lopez is going to have a lot to say by season's end as to why perhaps we're looking at an improved unit here. I feel like Lopez, again, his main concern is if he can make it pole-to-pole health-wise. Aside from that, if he's available, I think he's going to be an absolute difference maker in this A's starting rotation in 2026. So best of luck to Jacob Lopez. Looking forward to seeing what his season turns into. Hopefully we are recapping a lot of quality starts over his upcoming campaign. And with that, we are going to take the over, by the way, in innings pitched. We just feel like while they are going to slow play it a bit, we do feel like that Lopez is going to get on enough of a roll, and I think he has the opportunity to make something like 25, 26 starts, and if that's the case, I feel like some innings will get added on there. Could see him ending up around the 140 range if I had to make a guess. So we're going to take the over there. We love promoting player positivity and building up their performances. Hopefully Lopez has the capability this year to perhaps even surpass that projection that we have here at A's Day 2 as well. We appreciate you tuning into this edition of A's Player Preview and Prediction as we continued on today with left-handed pitcher Jacob Lopez, who is primed to make a positive impact once again in the starting rotation. Be sure to follow along and continue the baseball party, checking us out on our social media channels, on Instagram at A's Day Baseball Podcast, on X, formerly known as Twitter, at A's Day Baseball, and follow along with us on our YouTube channel where we have A's player interviews and A's baseball content, destination experience content. So much to come, including our time that we have and will continue to spend in Sacramento, as well as capturing the A's on the road. We're going to have tons of content for you in the near future. We're excited about all of that. And to become an official subscriber of A's Day, check us out on our Patreon site, patreon.com/A's Day. For just $2 a month, you'll be entered to win A's Day, monthly A's Day t-shirts, A's autographed memorabilia, future A's game tickets, and so much more as we are able to grow this platform collaboratively. Thank you all again for stopping by today. Join us again next time tomorrow as we head to the bullpen, staying on the pitching side of things, as we talk about the season outlook for right-handed pitcher reliever Justin Sterner. That's all we have for today on this edition of A's Player Preview and Prediction. We already can't wait to be back behind the mic for tomorrow's show. Until then, Holy Toledo, let's go A's.